I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sex.
A tense atmosphere enveloped the season-opening race in Thailand as major drama rocked the Motogp paddock. A race that should have been a comeback turned into a nightmare for Ducati's star rider, Marquez. In a fiercely contested Grand Prix at the Buram circuit, he suddenly lost performance due to suspected tire failure, surprising many. From the start of the weekend, Marquez had been confident on his Ducati. He demonstrated competitive pace in practice and qualifying. Many predicted he would be a major contender for victory. However, as the lights went out and the race began, things slowly but surely changed. Midway through the race, Marquez's pace suddenly dropped drastically. The previously stable bike suddenly became difficult to control, especially when entering fast corners and hard braking zones. The problem was suspected to have originated with the Michelin rear tire. Marquez was seen raising his arms several times in frustration. He ran wide in several corners and lost traction when trying to accelerate. Telemetry data showed a significant decrease in grip compared to the earlier laps. What escalated the situation was Marquez's post-race statement. He was no longer speaking diplomatically. In an interview in Park Ferme, he said there was something unacceptable at World Championship level. It was a strong statement that immediately sparked widespread reaction. He emphasized that tire failures like that should not occur in a championship as big as Motogp, especially when riders are fighting at the limit every lap. Here's the full story. The Thailand Grand Prix, held in extreme temperatures, turned into one of the most controversial races of the early season. All eyes were on Marquez, who arrived with high ambitions to demonstrate his dominance with Ducati. From the free practice session, he appeared very comfortable with the motorcycle he was riding. His times were consistent, his speed was stable, and many observers believed he was a strong contender for victory. However, Motogp races never go according to plan. At the Buram circuit, the extreme heat of the asphalt was a crucial factor. From the moment the starting lights went out, Marquez launched aggressively and immediately followed the front group. He displayed his signature riding style: hard braking, precision in corners, and explosive corner exits. Lap after lap went according to plan. Marquez was able to maintain a distance from his rivals, and appeared to be in control of the pace. However, midway through the race, strange signs began to emerge. In some fast sections, his bike seemed to sway slightly. In the acceleration zone, the usually solid traction suddenly seemed to disappear. The onboard camera showed the rear of the bike dancing slightly as he exited the corners. Initially, many thought it was just normal tire management due to the high temperatures. But a few laps later, Marquez's performance dropped drastically. His time slowed by almost half a second per lap. He ran wide in long corners and struggled to maintain his racing line. His rivals began to close in and overtake with relative ease, something that rarely happens when he's in top form. After the race, an initial investigation pointed to a suspected structural failure or extreme degradation of the Michelin rear tire. Marquez himself didn't hold back his disappointment. In an official interview, he declared that what happened was unacceptable for the World Championship. It sounded like a bombshell dropped directly into the paddock's attention. He explained that 5 laps before the major performance drop, he had felt excessive vibration on the right side of the rear tire. Grip decreased drastically, especially when the bike was leaned at extreme angles. "I had to change my riding style to stay on the bike," he said. This statement suggests that he was more focused on saving points than fighting for victory. For Ducati, this situation was devastating. The team had prepared a well-thought-out strategy, assuming tire degradation was still within acceptable limits. When unexpected problems arise, there's no quick fix. There are no pit stops for tire changes in Motogp. Once a tire malfunctions, the race practically turns into a survival mission. Some technical analysts have highlighted the combination of the Buram track's extremely high temperatures and possibly overly aggressive tire pressures. However, Marquez firmly stated that all parameters were within recommended limits. This means that if a structural failure were to occur, it could pose a serious problem for Michelin, the sole supplier. This controversy immediately sparked widespread debate. Is the single supplier regulation still relevant? When all teams rely on a single manufacturer, the potential risks are greater if quality or consistency issues arise. Some former riders even stated that riders of Marquez's caliber rarely complain without good reason. The Thailand GP has transformed from a mere race into a moment of technical politics. Michelin is reportedly conducting an in-depth analysis of the tire setup used by Marquez, including checking for internal overheating or delamination. The results of this investigation will significantly determine the team's confidence in this season's tire supply. For Marquez, this isn't just about one race. It's about momentum. He felt he had a golden opportunity to send a strong message early in the season. Losing an opportunity due to technical factors would certainly be painful. Furthermore, the competition this season is incredibly tight. A small point difference could decide the title race at the end of the year. The international media spotlight was intense. The words "terrible bombshell" made headlines because Marquez's tone was much harsher than usual. He didn't name names aggressively, but his message was clear. Safety and consistent performance must be the top priority. Now everyone awaits the official response from Michelin and the Motogp authorities. Will there be any specification changes? Will tire pressure recommendations be revised? Or is this just an isolated incident due to the extreme conditions in Thailand? What is certain is that the drama in Buram will be remembered as one of the most heated moments of the season. Amid the glare of the cameras and the pressure of competition, Marc Marquez once again demonstrated that he is not only a fast rider, but also an influential figure who dares to speak up when he feels something is wrong. And if problems like this happen again, it's not impossible that the wave of criticism will only grow. MotoGP is the pinnacle of world motorcycle racing. Every technical detail, it must be at the highest level. The Thailand GP has been a stark reminder that in a sport as fast and risky as this, one small component can make all the difference.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that.